Hey guys, how's it going? It's Ollie here from CryptoVest.com. Happy New Year, guys. It's January 2nd today. Q1 2019 is finally here, and we're going to be kicking things off with Monero trading against Bitcoin over one-day candles. Monero is currently the second best performer out of the top 15 cryptos today, just in behind Ethereum. It's up at around 3.12% against BTC and up at around 5.11% against the US dollar. Just had a huge announcement come out for it at the start of this year now to kick things off on a really huge note. Fortnite, so the most played game in the world right now, it's got like 200 million subscribed players, absolutely taking the world by storm, is now allowing people to purchase things on their online merchandise store with Monero, exclusively Monero. They're not allowing Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies, they're just allowing Monero for now. They've said it's a private currency, they want to kind of push privacy coins. It's a huge announcement to come out for Monero, and it's a real big promising drive towards mainstream adoption. And so we're just kind of waiting for the market to respond to that news. It's currently going viral right now, the news of this announcement. We haven't really seen a great deal of bullish momentum pickup just yet. There's some early signs on the momentum indicators that it's actually starting to climb, although there's some interestingly conflicting signals appearing on other trend reversal indicators that we'll have a look at in a second. But yeah, so basically sort of stripping it back, you can see that sort of since the start of November, Monero is tracking inside a descending channel pattern all the way through until it hit the bottom on the 15th of December. And in typical breakout fashion, whenever we have a descending channel pattern, usually when it does break out, we see it hit the sort of first resistance, in this case around the 0.382 fib level, and from there through back onto the downtrending resistance, found support here and has now pushed on since. Interesting, looking at the Bollinger Band, you can see that the sort of central moving average of the Bollinger Band has been a very strong resisting level, and throughout the whole of November, December, the price action was unable to break through and above this middle line here of the Bollinger Band. You can see it was whittling down beneath, sort of oscillating between the middle band and the lower band until it broke through, and then we pipped above it for a brief time, and then now, since we threw back, we're below it again, and we're struggling to break above it. And right now, we can see we've had a wick above the candle as we briefly pipped above it, but there's been an increase in selling pressure recently that started to drive the asset back down again. If we look at the RSI, you can see that overall things are looking fairly promising. In fact, we'll get the MACD up as well. So, looking at these at a glance, you can see that, okay, on the one-day RSI, we've got an increase now. We're at 45% in the index channel, climbing nicely here. Briefly recovered from an oversold moment back in middle of December. Looking at the Chaikin money flow indicator, you can see there's been a strong surge in buying pressure now. It's starting to climb towards the zero line. And on the MACD indicator, we have a bullish convergence between the 12 MA and the 26 MA since the 18th of December. And both lines are heading towards a signal line. We've got buying candles on the histogram. So overall, these signals are looking very promising that good momentum is starting to build. However, if we look at some other indicators, typically the trend reversal indicators, so we've got the Ishimoku, the Arun indicator, parabolic SAR. You can see some other signals starting to appear now. You can see that we still haven't got any dots appearing beneath the price action at the moment. So at the moment, the parabolic SAR is still favoring the bears. If we look at the Arun indicator, you can see that very recently, at the start of January, the Arun downline actually passed below the Arun upline, passed below the Arun downline. So this is a very bearish indicator here that the asset is turning favorably bearish. And if we look at the Ishimoku as well, particularly if we bring up the Tenkan-sen and the Kijun-sen lines, we can see that the Tenkan-sen is bearishly starting to diverge below the Tenkan-sen. So overall, these three signs are very bearish. So it's a bit difficult to kind of predict where it's going. We would expect these indicators to complement the bullish momentum indicators at the moment. But unfortunately there's a bit of a discrepancy between them. So we're just going to have to kind of go on the gut instinct that this news will actually materialize. And I think it will. I think this is a huge announcement for cryptocurrencies in general and for Monero, and I think it's just taking a little while for people to sort of end their celebrations of New Year and start to get back into trading. I think once they do, we'll start to see Monero really pick up on this news. It started to show some signs. Obviously today it is the second best performing cryptocurrency in the top 15, but it's not taking the world by storm as we'd expect with this sort of news. So going forward, the Fibonacci levels have been very key for this particular asset, and you can see throughout sort of the last 2 months, particularly the 0.618, 0.5 fib levels was a very key area here, sort of it was oscillating through here, and then again the 0.382 to 0.5 was another key area. You can find it's been these sort of fib supports have been very, very strong for the asset. And so right now we've recently hit a resistance at 0.236 on the 28th of December. We're now expecting that to be our sort of first major resistance and area to overcome at around 0.013 BTC. And from there we'd like to see it push on and test 0.382 and hopefully find support here like we did throughout early December. And I think once we hit this point here, it would almost have this double bottom here maybe, potentially. And this would give us a very strong support to then push on from here and hopefully recover some of the losses we've made in the last 2 months since that Bitcoin hashing war. So yeah, overall, a little bit conflicting between indicators, but you know, going off gut instinct, this is a huge announcement and it should catalyze a bullish run at some point soon. We're just waiting for people to respond to it. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section below, guys. Let me know if you're bullish or bearish for this particular asset. Let me know if you're excited by this news. Always love to hear what you think of this. Please check out the full TA at cryptovest.com. And yeah, please like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you, guys. Nice one.